Good morning. It is Friday morning. My kids are gone to the camp with my in-laws for the whole weekend. And one of the kids that I watch is here till tomorrow. But going from 4 or 5 kids in a day to one kid is not that hard, I really should get a bunch of deep cleaning done. I should tackle my kids' rooms. You can imagine the horror, I'm sure. But I also kind of really want to read a ton. And I didn't read it all yesterday. And I was all salty about it. And I think I might pick up The King of Lies by Whitney G. Had this on my Goodreads list before. And then I was like, it's The King of Lies. She's probably going to find out that he's lying to her. It's going to be like a big blow up and I can't stand it. I hate that. When it's like, okay, so you've fallen in love with them, but you found out that they lied about something and we're just going to demolish everything? We're not even going to have a conversation about it? We're not even going to think about forgiving them? Drives me crazy. It's fine. Everything is fine. Anyways, so Spencer from Intentionally Bookish told me that that is not what happens. That the communication is very good, that he's a villain though, and would be perfect for me loving my villains. So I think I'm gonna pick that one up first. It's very short, however, it is, hold on, my arm is tired. I don't think it's a serial. I think it is just a trilogy. So I think I'm gonna pick up at least the first one this morning. I really need it clean. It's going to be unfortunate. Pretty, not pretty. Pretty, not pretty. If only my arm were stronger. Maybe I'll work out. That would be something. Anyways, I had my coffee, first coffee of the day. I did sleep in a little bit today compared to when my kids get me up. And I asked on Instagram if I should vlog. Everybody said vlog, and I feel like they led me astray. So I'm going to vlog. It'll be fine. Hey, so I read King of Lies by Whitney G. It's definitely just the first part of the story, and I don't know. I think there will be a twist and a different version of events almost in the next book, but I don't think I'm in the mood to do it right now. So give it 4 stars. It was good. I just don't know how I feel about any of it. I'm debating starting a new book or being an adult and getting stuff done. Book's probably gonna win, but maybe not, because I really do need to get stuff done. So I mean, who even knows? I should probably eat. But right now I'm gonna get ready for the day, even though it's like 12:30. Sue me. I don't have to go anywhere today. I'm happy with my day. Yada yada yada. Yeah, gonna do something. Hey, so it's an hour later and I threw on mascara and hoops and a bra, and that's the effort that we're gonna put in today. And I still haven't eaten anything. It's 1:30. I haven't eaten anything today. Had a cup and a half of coffee, bunch of water. Don't necessarily recommend, but it is something I do a lot. I don't like breakfast food. I don't like eating in the morning. So there's that. I read a bunch of 70% of He's All In. Great. I've got a tickle in my throat and I look like a sad person. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's kind of in the FU High world by Ella Goode. And so it's high school seniors, and then it's during the pandemic. Their best friend is in love with her, and I think that we're gonna find out that he's not really, but we're 70% in, and that's still the angst and the conflict in the book, and I don't love it. So there's that. But it's pretty into love. It's only supposed to take an hour and a half to read. And I'm probably gonna eat, finish that, and do work. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I finished He's All In. It's 3 stars, just kind of meh. And I'm gonna clean my kids' room before my husband gets home from work. And hopefully I'll start a good book, and we'll probably watch the 3rd Hunger Games movie, because that's where we're at in life. Hey, so it is close to 9 o'clock, and I'm gonna go to bed early tonight because No kids. I've already basically had alone time watching adult TV for a few hours with my husband, so I'm gonna go to bed early. I started The Headmaster by Tiffany Reisz, and it's so good so far. It's like a very gothic private school type thing, I feel like. And I'm only like a couple chapters in, and it's already so cute. And she just like kind of shows up there, and she's gonna be the new English teacher, and she's gonna have a romance with the headmaster, and it's all teenage boys. The students are, there's like 60 students, and I'm so excited to continue it. So that's gonna be fun. Ate tacos for dinner. Watched the first Mockingjay. Did some adult coloring. Did a bunch of booktube planning. Got my video for tomorrow uploaded, which is my first 6 months on booktube. And I started this book. I also DNF'd a book like 1 page in. Because that's what I do. But listen, I feel justified. First of all, the whole reason why I include my DNFs and count them is because otherwise I pick them back up. Or pick up a bunch more books by the author and realize, oh, I've literally like DNF'd this person like 1 page in before because like they're not for me. So it's really just for me because it's not a competition. So if I count my DNFs, what does that matter? It doesn't. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents worth. It's very annoying when I'm trying to read a book that I already DNF'd. So I try and mark them as read and as DNFs. So tomorrow I might do some clips that aren't just me talking to you. You never know. It's a possibility. Right now I'm going to read in bed. It's going to be delightful. I'm going to take out my earrings, take off my bra, all those beautiful things. It's 11 o'clock at night. I have mascara smeared everywhere. I just finished The Headmaster, and it was the cutest, sweetest, most charming book. And then I kind of had a suspicion about the twist, but I was not expecting all of that, and I cried. Oh my gosh, and now my heart is like all torn up, and the book is just over. Like, it does have a happy ending, but still, I'm just like, what is happening? Why? It was such a cute book, and then just for no good reason, tore my heart out. Oh my gosh. Oh, the mascara. It's birds. Anyways. It's crap. It's definitely 5 stars. You should read it. It's only like 200 pages. It's not that long. It's so charming and atmospheric and just sweet. Just the cutest. Yeah, you should read it, but holy crap, that twist. Yeah, it destroyed me a little bit. So now I feel like picking up another book before I go to sleep because I want to go to sleep in this state of mind. I need something less emotional or I'll have a hard time falling asleep, even though it's like a million years past when I normally go to sleep. Sorry, the camera is shaking, but I'm all sorts of worked up. It's a really good book. You should read it. You should read it. It was really, really good. Well, peoples, it's the next morning. I need to make my husband and the babysitty kid breakfast. I already had a cup of coffee. I've read a bunch of this autumn romance. It's second chance romance. It's pretty good. And today, I have not the slightest idea what I'm going to do. I already did some channel stuff. Yeah, I don't feel like cleaning, but we know that's gotta happen. Just round it. It's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna go make corned beef hash and eggs and some more coffee. All the coloring books that I use are drawn by Johanna Basford. She's an English artist and her work is lovely and I love her coloring books and I'm a big fan. She's the only one that I use. Coffee, I always do French vanilla or mocha. What is your go-to coffee? Caldrea cleaning products, I love. They smell so good, like amazingly so. I really love their countertop spray and their room linen spray. They are a little bit expensive. They're like $10 a bottle. I get mine from Grow Collaborative, and I think you can also get them at Target. I get a large majority of my candles, including this one, at TJ Maxx. I love TJ Maxx. They're my favorite store by far. You're going to get to watch my dogs follow me all around the house on 2x speed, so yay you. I am definitely the mom to everybody in the house, so they will follow me wherever I go. If I play hide and go seek with my kids, all you have to do is find whichever spot the dogs are sitting in front of, and that's where I'm hiding. And yeah, my one curtain rod is still crooked. This is the life of being a procrastinator. So the piano music that I was playing earlier is from the Keira Knightley Pride and Prejudice, which is what I'm watching while I clean. I was a big fan of the Colin Firth Pride and Prejudice. I grew up watching it. I used to get it on VHS tape from the library, and you were only allowed to check out 2 at a time. It's 6 hours long, and each episode was an hour long and was 1 VHS tape. So it would take me a bunch of weeks to watch all 6 hours, but I loved it. So when the Keira Knightley one came out, I was not a huge fan because the one with Colin Firth, first of all, it's longer, so it has all the lines from Jane Austen. She was very witty and humorous, and all the lines are hers. They weren't added for the movie. And the Colin Firth one is just so elegant and everything is like so proper. And the Keira Knightley one, I feel like takes a lot of liberties, especially on how much cleavage was appropriate for day wear, etc. So I was not a big fan, but now, of course, I've watched it a bajillion times. It is nice because it is so much shorter. And the hand flexing scene, you best believe I stopped what I was doing and watched it when it came on, even though I was not recording at that point. So the night before this, I watched Mockingjay Part 1, and then I watched Pride and Prejudice today, and then at night I watched Mockingjay Part 2, and if you don't know, President Snow is Mr. Bennet, and Johanna, which is one of the victors in the Hunger Games, is Lydia. So it was a little weird to see them in such different roles back to back to back, and it was like flip-flopping back and forth because I watched Hunger Games, Pride and Prejudice, Hunger Games, so that was kind of weird. And me doing the weird arm things is me conducting music because I'm listening to the ballroom scenes. When I was a little girl, all I wanted to do was be able to go to balls and play piano and read books in a library in my own home and wear all the fancy dresses. I was very much a historical kid, if you will. I was big on history, and that was a lot of what I was allowed to read. I grew up in a very religiously conservative home. My dad is actually a pastor, so we had really high standards. There was a bunch of stuff that we weren't allowed to participate in or read or watch or listen to. And so I read a lot of historical books growing up. So this day also, I found out that there was a Love in the Night paranormal romance readathon right after the PNR readathon. I had just made my TBR for the PNR readathon and then found out about the new one, and apparently they had already had the plan for it before the PNR readathon. So I mean, you have to support both. You can't just pick your favorite. So now I'm doing a paranormal readathon 2 weeks in a row, and my mood reader self is going to destroy me. So I'm doubling up on a bunch of the prompts. I am excited. I just don't read as much paranormal these days as I would like to. When I first started reading romance, I read all fantasy, paranormal, and historical romance. I didn't read any contemporary at all because never having tried it, I thought it was not for me. Mistakes were made. But
So I read a ton, and now I just don't pick up as much of it as I would like. I'm not a huge fan of a bunch of the really long, complicated, older ones, if that makes sense. But I love paranormal elements. I love fated mates. I love the possessiveness and the biting and the weird like scent things and everything that can happen with the paranormal ones. I just love the how everything can be elevated and so much crazier without being bad.
Hello. Took a shower. It's been a bunch of hours since cleaning. I'm going to make supper, which is beef stew, and I finished Autumnboro, whatever it was. Gave it 3 stars. It was boring. It was boring. There was zero smut. The character, while doing a bunch of selfless things, still managed to come across as self-absorbed. And it was way too long, and I didn't care about anything. Like, nothing. Like, any of it. And I was annoyed by everybody. So that was a disaster. Maybe I should have even given it less than 3 stars. I don't know. It wasn't bad writing. It just was not the book for me. So that's a no-go. Now I'm reading Sweet Liar, which is the first book in the Duet by Laurelin Paige. Her books are dark romance, but they're interesting because they all interconnect with each other, kind of. And so it kind of just drops you into the stories, or like you run into the other characters with like very little context. I don't know. I've read a bunch of her books, so I get a bunch of the context, and even so, it's still like abrupt and disconcerting. However, I do really enjoy her books that I've read. So she writes some dirty, dirty smut. So yeah, I'm going to make beef stew. Maybe I'll bring you along. I've never made it before, so.
Well, my sister told me that she uses spicy V8. I didn't have spicy V8. I just found regular. So Ashley from Bookish Realm said she puts a whole jalapeno in hers, and it turned out amazing.
So I think I'm going to close out the vlog here, and I read 4 books in the last couple days, started a 5th one, DNF'd one that doesn't count in that. So I got a lot of reading done, got a bunch of stuff done around my house, and hopefully you enjoyed coming along for the ride. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.